back to another episode of the Old Fashioned Guys podcast, man. I got my brother Jess Bell with me. You know I'm your host, Eastside Black. We got a very generous and special guest with us today. As you see, he handed us drinks and everything. He's a very generous guy. You know what I'm saying? And we had to switch it up for him and go tequila old fashions today. So we're gonna see how time goes. But we got our brother Pusha Preme in here. What's up, brother? How you?
Doing good, man. Doing good, man. Pleasure to be out here, man.
How everything going for you right now?
Doing all right, man. Just, working on balance right now. A lot of moving parts and, just trying to figure a way to kind of do it in a way to where I can bless somebody else with the opportunity to kind of take it over when my time comes, when it does come,
Okay.
Right, you got to be the first artist I've heard say something like that.
Yeah, man, I'm really just big on, not just passing the torch, but just creating the plateau for others to succeed. Because when I first came here, it wasn't really like that. And I've done so much and I've been so blessed that I have to make sure that I create the funnel for everybody else to go through the same thing. Not the same turmoils and stuff that I went through, but just go through the path of just success, and sometimes success is hidden from people, and I don't like that shit.
Right.
Speaking of just coming here, right? So for the audience and for the people out there who don't know, you know what I'm saying, Pusha Preme in the background of Pusha Preme, you were originally from the Bronx.
Yeah, from
correct?
the Bronx. Mm-hmm.
You're originally from the Bronx. You came to the city at what age?
I came to the city high school.
High school. What was that like? What was that transition like for you?
It was a little rough because that stigma of being from New York and then being in the South was kind of going through. But I'm also African, so it's just I don't understand that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Too much this is not even our plateau to be arguing over. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So at first, everyone has a defense because when something's new, they don't understand. But I'm just I'm always been me. Always been a genuine person. And somebody that just gets along with a lot of people. So it probably lasted for 1 or 2 semesters, and then it kind of just grew from there. And then we just seen all the similarities. It was around the time when Wayne was rocking with Jewels and then Jay-Z, and Jay-Z was doing Big Pimpin'. Right. So we it caught it right in the middle ground as well too. And I don't put no prejudice on somebody from being from the South or from someone being from New York. So in the beginning it was kind of tough, but it wound up working out in the end.
Yeah, in the city, I didn't even know you was from the Bronx. I'm gonna be very honest. I thought you was from Tampa the whole time. I think you put on for the city. You bring a lot to the city.
Most
Your
definitely.
Billboard charted artists and stuff like that. So what's that experience like bringing something so big to the city, and how do you feel? Do you feel like you get the respect that you earned or not?
Yeah, most definitely. Apart from just the music side of it, we have an annual shoe drop that we do. We worked with Moffitt last time. I worked with a local brewery here in Coppertail. We made the beers, we was in there making the beers, stirring that stuff, and stuff like that.
I seen it.
And then, everything that we sold from the beers, we donated to a nonprofit. So I'm always about the city, Tampa, that saved my life. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was here when people wasn't with Tampa. So when they wasn't with Tampa, I was Tampa will win on all my shows when there's only 30 people, then 50, then 100, now 300. Now we're doing so much right now, going on tour and stuff like that. So a lot of people feel Tampa they would call a crab in a bucket city, but it's not like that at all. I know what that shit is like because in New York, it's we fight over blocks. You know what I'm saying? Here it's just regions. It's you have 40th, then you have Copeland, but you couldn't walk from Copeland to 40th. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You couldn't walk that, and no one would want to do that.
In New York, it's 132nd beef with 133rd.
Yeah, it's it's
you have to right across the street beef.
If it's really like that, you have to take another train. You know what I'm saying? It gets really uncomfortable and unfair. So to answer your question, yeah, I feel I've got a lot of respect from it. From people like Tom, from Tay Bay. From Doechii when Doechii came here, just from around the city. And I think I'm not looking for any kind of I'm not looking for no medals and anything like that. All I want to do is just make sure I just keep the alt culture alive, because the alt culture is going to prevent people from killing each other. It's going to prevent people from, getting caught up in the system to where, they're getting wrongfully accused for crimes, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna kind of keep the testosterone pause level from people from just wanting to fight somebody because your home situation is not good or your baby mom situation not good. Yeah. And if we all leave with art and keep that in mind, it kind of puts down the stress, you know what I'm saying? Because there's not anything else that we have not everyone's going to be 6 foot tall and play basketball.
Right.
Not everyone's going to be a genius. So it's like, if you can make it in through art, that's what I want to represent. I represent the art culture.
So I want to ask you, to piggyback off that, what made you, when you got here, adopt, or what attracted you to the culture of Tampa versus most niggas we grew up with from New York? They, you know what I'm saying, like, this shit ain't like in New York, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I got a cousin from Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we was rocking with him, it was, no matter what we do, we could get Chinese food from the mall. This ain't the Chinese food in Brooklyn, you know what I'm talking about? So it's like, what made you adapt that culture versus being like,
Against it.
to where it's like, in New York is this, and New York is that.
I just felt like it was a privilege for me to get out of there. So, African, I'm first generation African, so I was the first one that was born here from my family lineage. My mom got a scholarship from Alabama University here.
Where from Africa?
From Sierra Leone.
Okay.
So, just for that alone, I was happy to like not have to walk up to this green door every day, and you don't have your coats, not know where you have to wait, or be in the elevator and it smells like piss when you're trying to bring a girl to the crib. Like, It was such an inconvenience, it was such a struggle. So to get away from the struggle, I thought it was like a second chance in life. And then I left Tampa to go to pursue school. I had like some legal issues, so I just like, let me just go the school route. Went to Mississippi Valley State, then I went back to New York, lived there as an adult. They came back to Tampa because I was just like, yeah, this is crazy. Like, I can't live here. You know what I'm saying? But, there's some people that are forced to live here. And I remember when like Miami and Atlanta was the thing to go, there was, everyone was disappearing and stuff like that, not acknowledging, the blessings they have in front of them. And that's just not with like living in Tampa. I just think that's just things in general that people don't really appreciate what you have till it's gone.
Right. That's like a hometown thing. Like,
Yeah,
everybody feel like they got to get out their hometown.
Yeah, like this is my home. My kids are born and raised here. You know what I'm saying? I have real estate here. I have a house here. You know what I'm saying? I've done a lot for the city as well too. So, for me to just like dismiss it, that's just me being ignorant and then mad that I don't like change. And I'm not anybody that goes against change. I think change is meant to happen. We have to evolve, I remember, when Game Boys was a thing, and now I could play the same shit on my iPhone. I remember when I had to buy mad cartridges and all these CDs and stuff like that.
Blowing them out.
Yeah, and I could buy one that has all the games. And I'm here to like to see the Terminator. I mean, not like that, but like I'm here to see like the fullness of life. I don't want to be upset about things not being how they used to be, because that's how slavery was, right? People were just like, oh, these niggas are out here walking and talking with me.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be doing that.
That nigga reading. Why that nigga reading?
So it's like, I just think that like, Tampa's culture is amazing, from just like how even it became Tampa, from Ybor, making a deal with the settlers here, just from the architecture from Tampa. Like, I've done the whole history thing, even in St. Pete, St. Pete's Beach used to be segregated, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that the Tampa, inside the Holocaust Museum is the Tampa African American Museum.
Oh, I did not know.
I did not know.
You know what I'm
that.
saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so, when I do things like my Juneteenth event, it's to make sure that I educate everybody here that's like, hey, like, this is cool for home now, but there's so much more to it. And then you understand why we don't have blocks named after us. We don't have a Frederick Douglass Ave. We have Himes. We have Armenia. None of us look like no motherfucking Armenia.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Every city they just give a nigga an MLK and just be like, y'all.
but if you go to more predominantly African American cities, the name changes. You know what I'm saying?
Atlanta.
Like, yeah.
Well, we gotta see Black Andrews.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we gotta shout
We
out
do.
him. You know what I'm saying? We got some stuff that's like hitting, like what's her name, man? Lucy Dale.
Lucy Dale
got her own little part of Nucio. So
And
we get little hidden gems.
Yeah.
You gotta know where them shits at.
They shouldn't be that hidden though. That's what we
And
get.
I think I think it was just God's mission to streamline me here, because when we did the Juneteenth event, not the Juneteenth event, when we did the Afro Symphony event, I dove into like the whole scrub movement that was here. So this was called the Harlem of the South. You know what I'm saying? So the Harlem, the extension of the Renaissance was artists coming down like Ray Charles.
Yeah.
And they were performing right there in Ybor, and you used to have the chitlin market. So you used to go through, and if you sold chitlins, then I was like, okay, I can go perform here. If not, you can't perform there. And that helped so many people out, because when it was on tour, they gained that money. People's coming to see them, so the city's getting bread as well too. And I just felt like maybe I'm just like reliving that for just not me, but anybody else that comes here.
For your generation.
Because a lot of people don't really know, like, Ybor City is a big party spot now, but my family from Ybor City. Ybor was where black and brown people were subject to go. Like, they couldn't go nowhere else in the city. And that's how it became so popular because, like, you know, we gonna have fun no matter where we at.
Yeah.
We gonna hang out good. So it became that popular because that's where they were subject to go. Black and brown people were subject to go to Ybor City, and that's how it became that. And that's how it became what it is today because the black community and the Latin community was hanging out down on 7th Ave.
Yeah.
And then it made other people attract, like, I want to go down there and hang out with them. So, you know, that's just a little history.
I want to get into the tour. So you have a tour coming up. What cities can they expect to see you in?
Oh yeah, a big shout out to Young Dread, Rich US, Smoke
Shout out
Perk.
Young Dread.
So we're going on tour with them. We're doing all the Texas dates, and then we're doing New York, we're doing Miami, and then I'm bringing it back here to Tampa. I was like, hey, we got to do a Tampa one. So for my birthday, we're gonna do a Tampa one as well too.
Oh, when's your birthday?
August 1st.
All right, we're gonna be there August 1st.
Word, yeah, definitely pull through. Like, my band's gonna be there, so it's definitely gonna be like a homecoming show. Like, the whole city's gonna be out there for sure.
I'm in there.
And then the tour is like, I know, like, you going through a whole, like, rebranding right now, right?
Yeah.
So, like, let's get into that. Talk to me about the rebrand.
So, like, I feel like during my journey that, like, it's become, like, I've went from, like, rapper, lyricist, then it was, like, artist, then it was like Afrobeat artist, and just kind of just stayed in this kind of lane of like melodic and this, and it missed the whole part of like the artistry, you know what I'm saying, with me doing the artwork, with me like making the print faces, from me, you know, constructing the rollouts, from me just like picking the color palettes and, okay guys, if you come to this event, this is the style guy, you know what I'm saying, so, and when, you know, when I'm in St. Pete, I get more revered more so of like my art portion of it than the musician portion of it, and I wanted to kind of bring it back to that. So the Pusha portion of it don't really serve me as much as it did in the beginning. It was a name that I adopted that my man gave me. And Preme's an acronym, but you would never know because of like the Pusha part. It stands for poetry and rhythm, elevates minds effectively. And that was like my whole premise of like why I make music. I wanted to make music because I wanted to show people that you can actually pursue your dreams and have a family, not have to deal with all of the secular things that come in the world. You know, you're gonna jump into temptation sometimes. You're gonna have beef with your man, but at the same time though, it's like, is it worth it? Do you have these times to reflect on it and really think about what's going on? Does it matter to you? Yeah. And then that's what my story is, so that anybody that feels inspired by it, they can kind of like trailblaze it as well too.
Right.
So when you go Preme, when you drop the Pusha, you go Preme. Mask stand, mask no stand.
Oh yeah, no. It's my artist integrity.
The mask forever.
Did you get it from MF Doom?
MF Doom was a huge influence.
Okay.
So yeah, at first, like when we made them, I was like kind of talking to my wife now about it. She was just like, yeah, you know, but can you see? I'm like, oh no. Afterwards, I'm gonna just like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna Scooby Doo it. And then I was watching MF Doom interview, and he was like talking about it and how symbolic it was. I feel like our lives were synonymous. So his brother had passed away before he became MF Doom, and then my brother that was doing music stopped making music, and that's what kind of like brought me here. And then I didn't want us becoming like the Clips or Smiles and South Star or any of those groups where they break up and they're just like, well, I like him more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or people like attack my confidence and be like, well, I like this music anyway, and you was trash. It's just like, whoa, like that, like what we created was magic, and you like this should never be interfered with. You know what I'm saying? And you know, for me to like do that, kind of like, I like the fact that it took me a lot longer and it was a lot harder for me to go because of that. So it's like I only have my music to present. I'm not trying to influence you with anything else, stuff like that. This is just me.
That's what
and it allows me, like, as I grow, like things change. So like the new one that we're working on is I've been very, very, very influenced by like JJK and Asian culture. So I'm making like an Asian kind of like Preme for that segue of my life and stuff like that. And I'm going to continue on doing it from there.
Okay.
So when I listen to your music, like I feel like I get a lot of mashup of a bunch of different styles, right? And I feel like you give like the Afro beats things, but it's like almost like rock star, like Lil Uzi Vert type energy. How did that come about? Like,
yo, that's a fucking great question. I just think, honestly, if I can give anybody credit for that, it had to be my dog Ism. So when I came out here, which is so funny, cause like sometimes people be like, I just came out the blue, and I was just like, no, it was right there, like every time, like, you know what I mean? When Extra One King of the Stage, I was right there. Yeah. When, you know what I'm saying? When Prophet had the signs out there, I was right there. I was working at Empire. Yeah. So it's like The thing
Empire is crazy.
yeah, that's what I'm
Empire is
saying.
insane.
I was here, so it's like when you would talk about like the 100K hours put in, nigga, I put them fucking hours in, bro. You know what I mean? Like this wasn't like magic. I'm not here because I have a mask on. I'm fucking handsome. If I take the shit off, like, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like it has nothing to do with that. It had more so to do with like me not being self-indulged with like music being like a marketable thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's still music. Like I want to make sure I reach the right people that have my music. It may be 10 people, it may be 1,000 people, but that's the gift I'm given, then so be it. Because coming from, I escaped a lot. I mean, even my mother coming here, she escaped a lot. You know, and I feel like it behooved me to not acknowledge that like what I'm here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If I'm a cog, then cool. If I'm a general, I'm a general. But like I'm not here to be bigger than the system. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? The system was here before me.
Right.
So, you know, I feel like the best way to answer your question is that I went on a tangent, I ain't gonna hold you.
You fine, bro.
I went on a tangent. But now, it's like I just feel like, you know, I just want to just make sure that the impact that I leave inspires others, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what pretty much all of us are here to do, right? We all want to leave an impact on someone. You know what I mean? You see, like when I think of you, I think of like you unsigned, right?
Yeah, well, kind of, sort of. So I have a situation with Rock Nation, right? And then me and Symphonic were talking, but it's right now just distribution. Right. I wanted to go the label route. Big shout outs to Randy. We wanted to go through. We talked to a couple people, but we just realized that like for what they were giving us monetarily, I can actually just like pay my shit on time and then just go to the bank and get the shit myself.
You know, that's a big thing. Before you get into your question, Bam, I'm sorry. That's a big thing that happened with LaRussell. Like LaRussell was like he wasn't fucking with Rock Nation, then he went back and double back with Rock
and the
Nation.
thing is like I can't.
I feel like after that, a lot of people was like mad at him for that shit.
Well, the thing, I mean, they was mad at him because, and this is so fun. This is like a great topic. And before I segue, the style came from Yism. So I was doing all the underground shows. That's the point I was trying to make. I was doing all the underground shows because it was hard to get a show out here. So I was rocking with the Chiefers, and then one thing about my shows, I always have energy.
You was rocking with the Chiefers back in the day?
Bro, I've been here, man. That's why when niggas be saying that shit, I just be like, yeah.
Shout out Dante and Devontae,
bro.
man. Shout out to the motherfucking Chiefers, bro. Where the fuck y'all been at anyway?
Yeah, bro. Ask them, bro. I was them. I was on Tom Capone and St. Pete. Right, I was there, bro. The thing is, like, once I started implementing my band in there, then it was just like, okay, cool. Then when I started doing all the openings with World ENT, then it was like, oh, yo, you want to work? You want to work? And like, I don't take any of that shit personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, you don't know me, so it's like that's how we have to kind of like build that rapport. You know what I'm saying? So it came from that because I wanted to make sure that like the music implemented the show. That way, I didn't have to think about like what songs I want to do. It's just like, okay, I like this song a lot. He liked this song a lot, so we're just going to just throw energy in it. And it calmed down more once I got married, and then like my kids, stuff like that. Then it kind of like I had to realize that like you can't have this high frequency energy forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you just mentioned you married, and I listened to a bunch of your music, and you make a lot of music. It sounds like somebody hurt you before. Like you speak about your ex a lot. Like,
yeah, man.
What happened there? What's going on? With that?
It's so funny. My man, shout out to Rico. There's like, man, I love Toxic Preme music. I'm just
I like it too.
Everybody, bro. It's like the thing is like when it happened to me early. Like I was the youngest. Like I had my kid when I was in high school. So getting robbed from like that portion of fatherhood, then having to go through my legal situation because like the girl that I was with wasn't like really holding it down, and it was just like then me and my mom beefing. So I've been scorned by women like a lot, you know what I mean? And I'm just like what did I do? You know what I'm saying? But then again, you know, maybe I'm the problem. I don't know. Yeah. So as things like came back around, I have all girls, and I'm, you know, now I'm seeing how my friends handle relationships. Now I'm kind of like absorbing all of their stories as well too. So it's like it's like everything I have is just like prejudice. But I don't feel like that now. But like sometimes when I hear the music, it just takes me to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like that's why I'm trying to get like all of this. That's why like the next project I'm trying to drop it, just so to see like, all right, what's next? Am I done? Am I healed? Because like sometimes it be like that, and then it just comes out of nowhere, and then well, a lot of the music we kind of like we punch record in. So it's like the hook comes in, and I'm speaking to like that individual, and then like the storyline comes in. I'm just like, oh my god,
bring
you know
you
what I
back.
mean? Yeah.
You didn't go through a phone, did you?
Nah, so the one time I went through her phone, I was in with my dog H, and she
I went through a phone before in my life too.
yeah, bro, I would never do it again.
Don't go through them phones.
You're gonna lose
I
a
would
lot of
never do it
weight.
again.
You're gonna find what you're looking for.
Bro, I was like,
Don't go through them phones.
because she was on the phone talking to a homie, and she's just like, yeah, I mean, she used to work at Circuit City. That's how long ago this shit was. And then Plies was there. Shout out to Extra. Plies went to Circuit City, right? I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, so Plies to Circuit City. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then he went to Circuit City again. I'm like, yo, who's going to Circuit City twice? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I see these niggas had a picture together. I'm like, oh, I'm done. So yeah,
Hey, so, bro.
so I broke her phone. I took that shit. She had a sidekick. Cow.
Yeah.
Broke that shit in half, bro.
Hey, we all got those fucked up stories.
Yo, bro, it's like, god damn, bro.
So where you feel like you are from that now? Cause I see you married, you have kids.
Yeah,
beautiful
I'm
family.
super healed from it now. It's just like I just got to understand that like you really don't know anybody. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you meet them after high school. Cause like after high school, you got to catch up 18 years to this person. You wasn't there when maybe something happened to them. They got the fucked up ass love letter, or their best friend slept with them. So they hold those scars just like how we hold scars too.
Right.
And then sometimes, you know, temptation gets the best of them, and then you know you get caught in that bullet. You're straight for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, trauma a motherfucker, ain't it?
Yo, for real.
And it's like when people don't recognize their trauma, it's even more fucked up. It's like, because I can see it, but you can't see it.
Do y'all,
Yeah.
speaking of trauma, this is a side topic. Do y'all feel like black men should go to therapy?
Yes. I feel like therapy is needed when you don't have an outlet to find yourself, a good outlet. Because you can have bad outlets.
This is going to be controversial. I feel like therapy is kind of a scam.
I be feeling like that too.
Yeah, therapy is kind of a scam.
I be
Because what
feeling-
I'm paying you to talk to you for.
If you don't have no one to talk to, I think the best therapy is God, bro. Like if
Correct.
you get in the
Right.
word, I know we drinking stuff like that, so forgive me, but like,
Water the wine, brother.
bro, this nigga go get us electrocuted. It's like when you get in the word, it tells you all that shit. But this is a story, not to like be all preachy, but it's a story in the Bible where God was telling his homies like, yo, you won't have this kid, just chill. And he was like, all right, you sure? He's like, yeah. Even the wife was like, you sure? Like, it's not happening. He's like, chill. Then the whore comes through and he gets her pregnant.
Right.
Then he gets her pregnant. It's just like, why did you do this? And now,
Sarah? Is that Sarah?
yes, Sarah. And now we have what we have today. That's the holy war because of that nigga not just waiting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the when you read it, like you see so many like versions of yourself in the Bible, you just be like, damn, bro, I'm tripping.
Right.
And this men communicating. I feel like niggas don't talk a lot anymore, man.
And I also feel like life tells you everything you need to know if you just shut up and listen sometimes.
It's tough, bro.
You really don't need therapy if you just shut up and pay attention. Like,
But I think therapy
everything
is
you've been
needed.
through in life, you got through because life taught you how to get through it.
I think therapy is needed because I think that with the black community specifically, we like against mental health, against therapy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's needed when you don't have an outlet because some people don't know the answers. They can't find the answers. They don't have people in their life that they can trust to give them the right answers.
Yeah.
You feel me? So for that little boy and that little girl, therapy might be needed. And when I say little boy, little girl, I'm talking about grown individuals because we're all the kid that we used to be, right? You know what I'm saying? So if that kid locked himself in the room and didn't have anybody to talk to, the grown person is the same way. So I think that they need to find somebody healthy to talk to. And sometimes as a therapist, because one thing about a therapist is they don't know you. They're not going to judge you. They might tell their wives at home when they go, or their husbands at home about the conversation they have. But those people are never going to be in your circle to be like, hey, man, next time you want to kill yourself, go talk to them.
You know, I feel that, but I just feel like I'm the type of nigga to be like, you feel me? I'm going to get through all this shit regardless, so I don't need to go talk.
But you can't get through it by yourself.
But I've been through everything by myself already. So I'm up to the point where I'm 33 years old from...
God bless.
Thank you. From being in the hood, we all grew up in the hood, so it's nothing. Niggas grow up in the hood all the time. Being in the hood, doing what I did, going to prison, coming out of prison, shaking back from coming out of prison. I feel like I did it all by myself at this point. So it's like, I'll never not be able to not do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, I
know
understand
I
that.
can get through it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
it's
understand
like,
that, but I feel like maybe that's like you done hardened yourself so well to the fact that you just like against all sympathy, empathy, small things that you feel like, oh man, that's soft shit. You feel me? Like, and sometimes us
I feel
saying
like men need that. I feel like
men need
you
that,
need
but
to
it's
toughen up
need
sometimes.
a
it's a
balance,
limit
though.
on
Like,
that,
you
bro.
gotta like
It's a balance.
Yeah, it's a balance.
You gotta toughen up sometimes. I feel like we get to a point where people, men. I'm talking men. We get to a point where it's like, oh, a man should be able to show his feelings and shit like that, which is true. But it's like, bro, a lot of this shit you could just get through by being a man, bro. Like,
But I mean,
unfortunately, this is what we gotta go through.
what's the definition of being a man? Like, what do you mean by that?
The definition of being a man is a great question, but it's like, basically, you God, nigga, and you don't hear God complaining.
What? Because he's God. What do you mean?
He made you in His image.
But we can't make another. Well,
See, that's what I mean by I think that
I think
you
you did that.
harden
That was good.
yourself.
That was
bro.
good.
He made you in His image, bro.
Right, but also
He built you to get through everything that you're gonna go through.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, he's not even like a person, so it's like it's hard to kind of like.
yeah, and this the thing.
Compare, you know what I mean? Do you have
Statistically,
kids?
No.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
I mean, when the time comes.
it could be the liquor, but I just think about it like Moses ain't had no therapy.
Yeah, he did.
David ain't have no therapy.
Yeah, he did.
Them niggas
Moses
talk to
talked
God.
Bro,
They had-
remember, if Moses didn't have that conversation with the burning bush, he was like going through it. Remember, there was all a party and stuff like that. He like,
But
yo,
that's
bro.
God, bro. He didn't go pay for a therapist.
Oh, I see what you mean.
David didn't have a therapist when he had to go fight Goliath.
If therapy-
Sometimes a man, you stand up and you go fight that shit. That's just what
So
you
if
gotta
therapy
do.
was it paid for? If it was free, would you still have the same?
and I was just
put it
about to
this way,
say,
I feel like I got therapy because me and my friends, including Bam is you my friend, you my brother for sure. But you know, you're my brother, you're my friend through TJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But TJ is my best friend. You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to TJ.
Shout out to TJ. Zay, Fat Boy, all them is my best friends. So I done had the same best friend since I was 14 years old.
You're lucky, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's therapy for me. I know I can hit the group chat and be like,
But that's it.
damn, bro, I'm going
that's
through this.
therapy though.
That's
Some
therapy.
people don't
At
have
the same
that.
time, the niggas gonna be like, bro, you sound kind of lame. Like,
Some people don't have that.
have that,
Some
bro.
people don't have 14 years
I don't have a
old
paid
friends.
for therapy.
You
Yeah.
feel me? Me and
Yeah,
you done
yeah,
had
yeah.
conversations
Yeah,
like that
yeah.
before.
Pay-
But this
pay-
what
pay for it, fuck the
this
game
what I
up.
mean.
Bam
Some-
is like our big brother in our group chat, for y'all that know. He was always the
some
oldest.
people, like, how do I put this? Some people don't have that, and guess what? God can speak to you through a therapist. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get to choose your therapist. You just not given one. You get to shop around. You get to get a feel for a person. You get to feel if you feel God's energy coming through this person. You know what I mean? Some people need that black. Some people don't got a me. Don't got a Zay. Don't got a TJ. You know what I'm saying? And I think for that person, go get some therapy, brother.
Yeah, because I'm gonna hold you. There was a time where especially when I was working on Some Hearts Are Meant to Be Broken, man, I was like on some like experimental shit with just like life. That was like a very interesting time. You know
You
what
can
I'm
hear
saying?
it through that album. I listened to that today.
Do you feel like music is therapeutic for you?
Yeah, most definitely.
You talk to the music sometimes? Like you talk through the music?
I feel like the production talks to me and that like translated. You know what I'm saying? Because like I don't have like a premonition of what the songs are gonna be about. For me, I just want to make sure that's like okay, on beat. I want to make sure I'm in the spaces of the music. I want to make sure that it's like it's relative. If it's like a song like Freezing, I'm trying to just create like an ambience of what it looks like. Because I know we live in a visual world, but like it really just kind of comes like, I mean, Randy was just in studio with us. We was trying to work on a song for the Miami Heat. And I'm like, hey man, I want something to look like this. I try to like turn it into like a visual kind of thing, you know? But as I listened to those records and me and my wife was taking like a car ride, and I was like, man, like, Hate to Say Goodbye is like one of my favorite ones. And she was like, yo, you was a mean ass nigga during that time. I'm like, word? But that was during COVID. My grandmother, rest in peace, passing. Like I did, niggas just like snaking me and like niggas thinking I'm pussy. And it's just like, you know what I mean? That's like my biggest things when niggas thinking I'm pussy, because not only did I,
one of my biggest things.
one of the things is like, not only did I have a background from being like in the streets that I'm not proud of. I'm not I'm not even saluting that shit for anyone watching that shit. That shit is whack. But just me being in the military, You know what I'm saying? And then me dealing with like other things, and then just me being like a man, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't like what I've been
don't
through.
test me,
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like that excites me, but that's like the enemy trying to like take me off track. You know what I'm saying? That would be like my like candy. You know what I'm saying? If someone was to do it, I'm like, okay, word. Let me go ahead and find out where your girl works. Let me find where your mom stays. But that's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
And,
like
I
what
don't
you
like
just
that
said
shit.
is, excuse me. I feel like, to me, I asked myself before, back to the question you asked me, what's the definition of a man? I asked myself like before, like, because I was raised by all women.
Me too.
But I feel, because people say a woman can't raise a man, and I believe that a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man. But situations in life can teach a boy how to be a man.
Yeah.
I feel like when I went to prison, that's when I learned how to be a man. And I tell myself all the time, to kind of say what you were saying, the biggest difference I learned from being a boy to a man, especially black boys growing up in the ghetto, is as a boy, you learn that you're dangerous, right? We learn that we can whoop a nigga ass, you feel me? We can do this, we that. We learn what we capable of. You learn that you're dangerous. When you become a man, you learn that you're not the most dangerous nigga around. And you have to respect that everybody else is dangerous too.
Yes.
Right. You feel me? When I went to prison, I learned that, oh, I'm like 1% dangerous. These niggas dangerous. These niggas dangerous.
That is crazy you say that, because that's how I
These
think
niggas is
about
dangerous.
That's how I think about quote unquote YNs. I'm like, bro, I used to be him. I know how dangerous it is. I don't want to get in his way. I don't want to get in the argument with him.
But you only know that. It's not like you're scared. It's like, I know I'm capable of taking it to a level that you might not be able to take it to. You feel me? When I was in prison, one thing I learned is, okay, yeah, I can beat a nigga up. I can fight. I can do all this. This nigga is in prison for some wild shit. I might not be able, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care if he go home or not.
Yeah,
he don't care if he go home.
But and the thing is like one of the most like tantalizing things is just like, if someone does something to your family, right? And then like they're able to like go extend amount of time with you not like running that back.
Right.
Like the residency they have in your mind is not worth the trouble.
Right.
That's why I just
sometimes
like,
you gotta back down.
Yeah.
Because like you said,
bro.
sometimes a nigga can really be like, yeah, you tried me, but me doing something to you ain't gonna hurt as much as me doing something to your kid. So I'm gonna do something to your kid. And it's like, damn. And I wasn't willing to take it down.
And
2 years. Let me chill.
And today, right? Even today, I heard something like in that similar fashion that someone has something to somebody that I know as my friend. That's like, so now next time I talk to that person, I'm gonna be like, bro, like, do you understand like what you just said? 'Cause I think people think that. I feel like they're desensitized from like movies and shit like that. Right. So they think it's like, but like they don't understand like. Even your threats could like really just change the pathway of your life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we live in an era where we have a Unabomber. You might upset the wrong kid that never fought a day in his life, and he goes into school with a backpack. Boom.
Right. Exactly.
You know
it
what
might
I'm
not
saying?
even affect you. It might affect the rest of the world.
I think about the kids in Gaza, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like someone that's murdered a kid, you like I'm not that kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these niggas doing this shit like it's.
But you was in the military, right?
Yeah, but it's like. Having kids change you, bro. So like Delani had it in high school, so I was really mad, and I think that's where, you know, my settlement with like relationships with women kind of get like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. To me, it's to be like oh, you're just a friend, and we dating, you say so.
I heard the military. I heard the military like to come down to it with a kid like.
Nah, yeah, no. Anytime we did those trainings, I never shot the kids during the video.
If it come down to it, you gotta. But I believe
I won't.
It's hard to do it.
I'm gonna be. I mean, nah. Like they're gonna have to put me in a hole. I'm not with it, bro. Like they're so innocent, bro. And like my mom did her best that she could, but she had 3 jobs. And I'm in the Bronx, we moved to Queens, and then like now I'm like repping crib and doing all this other shit I'm supposed to be doing, stealing for niggas and running bottles and stuff like that. And it's like, why? What was all that? You know what I mean? And it's fortunate that it only happens to our culture a lot more than anybody else. So. You know, when I see people like Jay-Z escape, when I see people like Lil Wayne escape, you know what I'm saying? It's like, thank you. Or Kendrick Lamar, it's like, thank you. Because like, we need more of us helping people escape from this false reality that's called America. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. It's definitely like that.
And it got us deeply entwined. That's the thing.
It's
like,
deep.
It's deep. It's deeply entwined, deeper than people like to give credit. Because I'm like one of those people like, I have conversation with other men of color, and then it's like they're so quick to be like, well, that's just the way it is. If you let that keep being your thought process, then you gonna be this and you gonna be that. See, me, I recognize it for what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh, these things ain't this way to make myself feel better about having a harder time. No, it's this way. You got us fucked up. We need to do something about it.
Yeah, that's why I salute to Carl Anthony for even like putting out there, because like he's right. Like we gotta like recognize the fact that teenagers are getting shot. You know what I'm saying? That could have been like, we could have all been in high school. That could have been our friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just like how it happens in Tampa, that shit happens in New York all the time. It just now started calming down. But during that time, it happened all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we shouldn't be losing teenagers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then think about the parent. Think about the parent. They gotta
my
go to their kid's room every day and then they can't see their kid, bro. It just causes more trauma.
A parent shouldn't bury their son.
Should never bury their son, bro.
It just shouldn't happen.
And it's happening a lot more often than we think.
Yeah, I just think that like it's not supposed to be that hard, bro. We don't live in these foreign countries where like we're supposed to be able to like get through. So my biggest thing, big shouts to Professor Wagner, is like fuck that. Like I'm gonna just stay on education. I'm gonna just educate everybody. Yeah, whatever. Like you want to do music or you want to do art. It's not like you don't do this shit for the bread. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do a million things for money. You don't do that for bread. You do this shit because you love the shit. But the thing is, like, if I can get everybody on the same accord, the same page, then you can create income out of that by just doing the proper things. You know what I'm saying? Getting with an entertainment lawyer like Randy, making sure your paper is right. So if you do a big song with a feature, you make sure that you cash out. You know what I'm saying? Or not being tricked by a label to be like, oh yeah, I got you, and then you know when you come back, like who's doing that? Like you know what I'm saying? You already have a loan, or just even. It's stuff that we did. We just negotiating back with Rock Nation until it makes sense in between us and Rel. And Rel's like, hey, you know what? How about this? You could do something like this, and that works for you. So I don't knock Lil Russell for not to spin the block on that one. I don't knock him for that, but I do knock him for gassing us. Like independent was the way, nigga. We all know that shit ain't the way. You're not big in. You can never be big in the system, but you can have an ecosystem that you feed, and that ecosystem can keep you going for life. But those things are blocked by certain people for a reason.
So, I hear you, right? You say like we all know independent ain't the way. What's the white boy with the ponytail? Independent. He's always pushing independent. He's really famous. He got in a fight. He produces music. He raps,
you talking about Russ? He's not white.
Russ. He not white.
Mm.
He look white.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about Russ.
No, but see what Russ did was because I agree. I like independence because like it kind of like keeps you humble. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't have the machine, then you don't know how to work. And I think that's what, there's an artist that just talked about that shit. T.I. T.I. talked about that. He's like, yo, I like this because now it's like, am I still T.I. without the machine behind me? So with Russ, what he did was like, as he's getting his thing on, he did a 1-year deal. Then he just got all the contacts that 1 year and he moved from there. Yeah, he actually signed Lil Russell for a little bit. Well, he tried to sign Lil Russell for a little bit.
Yeah, because I always see him pushing independence, be independent. You could do this by yourself. You could do that. You could do this. You could do that. And I never really actually heard any of his music, but I know a lot of people do resonate with it. You know, I just wanted to say, if it worked for him, why couldn't it work for anyone else? You know what I mean? Like, that's how I think about a lot of things. If it worked for them, it should be able to work for you.
So, do you think independent or major deal? Which one is more beneficial?
It depends on what your lifestyle is. For me, I like independent because then I don't have to have somebody deter me from like the direction of music. And I've always been big on like, I want to be able to be Kobe. You know what I'm saying? If you take away Shaq and all these other people, can I still win a championship? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when they put a lot of toy stuff in front of you, you get spoiled and you get lazy.
And then you got somebody like overseeing your art too. To me, you give me the feel of like you're more artsy. You know what I mean? And like if you sign to a major label, then you have people saying, okay, like we don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're not feeling that vibe on this album. You need to go another route. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I feel like freedom. Independence give you a lot of freedom.
Can you tell that to a nigga living in the projects though? He need to get his people out. You talking about freedom?
See, but the thing
art.
is, and this is where education comes through, right? If they present you a deal, and then like, it's hard because it's like he doesn't know no better, right? He's ignorant to it. But in business, they always say you never take the first deal. So what you do is like you get your homies to take the pictures. They be like, oh yeah, yo, Def Jam's talking to me, and you go to investors. And be like, yo, they talking to me. Be like, beat them because they have more bread than them. Because for them, they got to get it approved. Like, yo, label money's like, it's crazy from what I've seen for friends of mine that's been signed. You don't even get the money cash. You know what I'm saying? It's like a bucket of money that you got to get approved from. But just like in business, like I can't. If we have business together and you want to buy alcohol, it's like, yo, this is a business expense. You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna have to buy it and then we fund back to you later. Not only do they have it like that with the money, you can only go to these people who they work with directly. So studio time that normally costs you $40 an hour is costing you $1,000 an hour with an engineer you never fucking met before in your life. And just milking that shit. So it's like it's wicked, bro. It's very wicked.
It's like a, cause I'm speaking for young niggas from the trenches. It's like I'm out here every day. You feel me? I'm doing what I gotta do to take care of my family. You feel me? I'm taking care of moms. I'm taking care of little bruh. The label come to me and say, listen, we got an M for you to sign right now. I'm talking an M up front, signing bonus. You think he gonna go back and be like, I'm trying to negotiate this deal? No, he gonna sign.
See, I heard Young Thug talk about that.
He trying to get out of that situation.
But for that, you should be a hitman there. Like, yo, I'll give you an M to kill this person right here. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Like, there's consequences that come with that money. Money's not free in America.
Yeah. I seen Young Thug talking about that. He was like, yeah, man, I took a fucked up deal on purpose. Like, I knew I was signing a fucked up deal. I just needed to be out there.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I don't know how long that deal lasted, but I know I heard him say that. He's like, I believed in me. I believed in me enough to know I could take this fucked up deal and I'll be able to skyrocket afterwards.
Yeah, it depends on situations, I would say. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I want to go back to education real quick. The keynote speaker for the Element for, what is it, hip hop?
Yeah, for the hip hop panel at USF.
Yeah, hip hop panel. You're the keynote speaker, right? And how you feel about that? That's got to be a big honor.
Yeah, man. At first I was nervous because like the last time I was on there, I was just like, you know, on the side kind of thing, and you know, but for that it's like I'm like typing it up. I can't chat GPT it because like I want to make sure that it's like it's my words. I want people to be like, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. So, and it's like for USF too. So it's like an honor. To be honest with you, kind of nervous about it. I'm gonna have to like run it through by a few people, and I'd be like, hey, like I'm gonna do this to you. What do you think? Because I've never done anything like that before.
What are we expecting? Are you teaching hip hop? Or are you teaching the business of hip hop?
I'm gonna do both. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let people know like, hey, this is how I got successful. Here's the funnels that's going on right now. Here's the current trends, and then like Q&A. You know, and then just let them know that about just utilizing AI while you still can. You know what I'm saying? Just like not to make songs. That's kind of crazy, but to utilize the platform so that it could just make the execution a lot more easier for you. You know what I'm saying? Like the app I sent you guys, the Untitled app. Yeah. Now we could take the same code from that app, create another app that's just like that, and it's geared towards like people who need that. Yeah. And that's what you gotta start thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, how can we? Because this shit all costs money. Studio time costs money, code costs money, video shoots cost money, photo shoots. How are you able to fund your stuff? You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna try to give them. Because they come out of college, so jobs is hard already. You know what I'm saying? It's hard as fuck to get a job.
You're right.
Unless you work for yourself. And these niggas giving all this fucking false information about like, oh yeah, if you do this, you get a chase on. It don't work like that. I do accounting. It don't work like that. You know, you have to have your tax returns before you get any bread from anybody. Right. So with all the misinformation, stuff like that, it's like, I want to make sure like, hey, I'm giving you a gem here. Like, please, please, please listen. Or don't. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gonna take it and run with it, or you not? Barbecue or mildew?
What's it called?
Barbecue or mildew?
That's the same.
You never heard that?
Nah.
Barbecue or mildew.
So to me, you sound like a very smart individual, man. You sound very smart to me, and I appreciate mentals, right? I think that. Well, I want to know like what's next for Preme. What's in the future? What can we expect? You know, in music, outside of music. I'm just like very interested in what's next for you.
So after the tour, I plan on start creating a segue for those tour dates for me to be able to have the Tampa artists be able to have a bridge to get over there, stuff like that. I think Tampa is an amazing melting pot, a bunch of stories, a bunch of different styles of music that needs to be heard by the world because they bring fun back into music. You know, when I hear like K. Root's record, or when I hear Tom's record, or Swaver's record, or you know, or even some of my records, like we need to have fun to come back into music. Still storytelling, but fun. And then when it comes to like the art form of the pen, I feel like, you know, we have a great pens out here as well too. But sometimes it may be a great singer from Tampa connected with a great artist from New York, and bridging that gap. So that's my goal, to bridge that gap, get people to work with people from my country or Ghana and abroad. You know what I'm saying? I've been lucky to be able to have radio play in Ghana and have somebody that believes in me that's from overseas and stuff like that. So I just want to just extend as much as I can so that we don't get diluted by everyone just wanting to be like TikTok famous, you know?
Right.
And then I want to also ask, do you feel accomplished? Like, do you feel accomplished? If you were never to do another thing musically today, do you feel accomplished? Do you feel like you got what you set out to get?
I would say yeah. A lot of my accomplishments come from my peers. You know, Caleb Music was born in the hospital in St. Pete, across from where we opened for G-Eazy. We was the only act from Tampa. There's only 3 acts. It was Phony People, us, and G-Eazy. And I was in front of 5,000 people. And then I was like, hey, I got my Caleb here, and he was born in that hospital right there. Y'all show Caleb some love. 5,000 people, yeah! Make sure y'all follow him, tap in with him. So giving him that confidence, and then now he's like an engineer here at Benton Media Lounge. Right. It's like, that's where I get to see all the flaws when the people around me. Because I'm just too hard on myself to even feel like that I'm confident. There's so much I can do. And I know that I wasted so much time just going outside and finding myself and not taking the time to look into like therapy or talk to the right people and try to do it on my own. So now I'm just like, I don't want to waste time, you know what I'm saying? I was the guy that used to like, if we play 2K, and we used to play for bread, and you'd be like, you want to run it 7 times? I'm going to beat you 7 times. We're going to stay here for 7 hours, bro.
Sounds like bam.
Yeah, my competitiveness definitely takes over time and not recognizing it. So I just want to make sure that like I just kind of just keep the glory going, and then just make sure that happens for my kids to kind of take on when it's all said and done.
So the album not out yet?
No, August.
Listen,
So, yeah.
y'all, the album, I heard it.
For real, you rocking with it?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what songs I like. I got them right here. Like Me or Not.
Yeah, word.
Fire.
Yeah, shout out to Dread.
Fighting Demons.
Fight My Demons, word.
Fighting
yeah.
Demons.
I love that song.
Fire.
That was my song.
Fire.
Cheers. That was
And
my
then
song.
Be By Yourself.
Bro! Oh my, so you heard that, right? Yo, my man Crack, he loves that song, bro. I remember like, cause he hates a lot of my songs, cause he hates when I sing more than I rap. But he knew me when I rap. But it's just that like, I just feel like that's not my goal right now. My goal right now is like, I'm gonna do storytelling. I'm not trying to be like, I love being the best, but it's like, I'm not trying to focus on that right now, like super lyrical, cause some of my references is not gonna connect, you know what I'm saying? I'm very like, anime, wrestling, TV shows, this and that. Like I can make a reference about anything. And if you're not on that type of time, then it's like, what is this nigga talking about? So he loved that song. Yeah.
It's definitely fun.
I was about to say, I'm the opposite. I like it when you like melanize
Me
more than
too.
you rap.
I feel like the only way I could be like emotional, I could like, you know.
Yeah, like
so.
you can feel it. Like you can feel the music.
And you got the shit with Tom and the shit with Don Toliver, I believe.
Yeah, we got the Don Toliver. So, yeah, we sent on a couple records that like I was kind of keeping for the tuck. Like we have one with Snoop, we have one with Ross. Like from back in the day, so during COVID, when I was up and I ain't gotta say anything else, like I was just like, oh okay, bing, thinking that like, you know, copping features would like propel things, but it don't.
But listen, you drop. I want y'all to watch this interview. And especially artists, he dropped some real gems in this shit. So I need y'all to watch it and pay attention to the gems that was dropped in this interview. I called him. I want y'all to catch him. All right. You got anything else you want to tell us about before we?
Yeah, I mean, make sure if you're an artist watching this, if you're an individual watching this, if you're a friend and family of any of these guys, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, let them know your favorite part in here. Let them know who they should bring in first. And then like just take the time out to get your paperwork right. There's enough information online. You guys can hit me up. We do free consultations just to kind of just give you the information. Because if you're better, then we're better. Because always Tampa will win.
I just want to say something too. I want to say, like, just to see the excitement inside of you when he said that was a song. It's like, I done seen people when they done this for as long as you've done it, it kind of like dies out. Like, you know, they kind of like get stagnant. I'm happy to see that you still are very happy to give music, to do music, to be with your team. I heard you a whole bunch of times say like, I gotta run this by this person, I gotta talk to this person about it. It seems like you got a good band of brothers around you, brothers and sisters, your team. I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Tampa wants to give you your flowers. We
Thank you so
appreciate
much,
what you
man.
bring to the city, Preme.
Thank you. I appreciate
sure.
that.
No problem, brother.
For
Appreciate
sure.
that.
We appreciate you for coming and rocking with us, bro.
No doubt.
You know
no
what I'm
doubt,
saying? That's the
man.
Old Fashioned Guys podcast. Very special guest with us today. No more Pusha, right? Just Preme.
Just praying.
Just
man.
praying.
We had Preme rocking with us today, man. Make sure y'all fuck with our episode. And like I say all the time, if you see us, you like it, please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. They got
Yeah,
If you fucking with it, fuck with
Yeah,
it.
you
got
fuck,
me
but
on
if you don't like
If you
it,
don't
let
fuck
us
with
know.
it,
Yeah,
don't
let us know
fuck
the
with it.
comments.
You
Be like,
let us
yo,
know.
I
They
ain't
got
like
me drinking
this.
tequila today. I don't do this shit, but it's all good. Hey, we love y'all, and we out.
OFG. That was a good interview.